everyone, RK Stud, Robin Kratzer back with you once again for superhero trivia. And you notice on these totes back here behind me is Kiki. Yeah, there's Kit Kat. We've been house hunting. We haven't found anything yet, but I'm just in the pre-packing everything up stage so that way when we do move, it's not like the last minute thing to do, you know? So, we already got 2 boxes of DVDs. These totes all carry most of my pops and bobbleheads and select wrestling figures. I still have some more to go. Plus, I still have, my comic books to go through, the graphic novels to pack up, some more DVDs, my music CDs. That's pretty much about it. Everything else is pretty much packed. Well, not pretty much, but it's a mess, but then again, it's not a mess. Anyway, you don't want to hear that, but I had to share that with you. And of course, today, we're all on Spider-Man. I know I wore the wrong shirt. Didn't I, Kiki? Yeah. But today's categories are Spidey's Arch Enemies 1 and Spidey's Arch Enemies 2, just a little bit. So, here we go. Whom did Jameson hire to capture Spider-Man? Dead or alive, and who was hired to kill him? Whom did Jameson hire to capture Spider-Man? Dead or alive, and who was hired to kill him? You got that, Kit Kat? Would that be, let's read. They got 2 people here. Whom did Jameson hire to capture Spider-Man? They got Luke Cage, dead or alive, and who was hired to kill him? The Scorpion. Okay. Name the 3 members of the Enforcers. Name the 3 members of the Enforcers. Well, can you name 3 members of the Enforcers, Kit Kat? I know one is Ox. Ox, Montana, and Fancy Dan. I couldn't remember the other 2, but Ox I knew. What was financier Norman Osborn's villainous alter ego? What was financier Norman Osborn's villainous alter ego? This is one of them you gotta be living under a rock if you don't know this answer. That would, of course, would be Spider-Man's nemesis, the Green Goblin. Now, just on a personal note, do you guys find either Green Goblin or Dr. Octopus as Doc Ock to be the top Spider-Man villain? It's it's one of them 2, and then everyone else just kind of followed like a order. Sometimes it's Ock, and sometimes it's Green Goblin. Those 2 are the 2 top Spider-Man villains, in my opinion. With what device did Spider-Man neutralize the Vulture's flying power? With what device did Spider-Man neutralize the Vulture's flying power? Oh, and I read the story. It's in my Masterworks. Isn't it like some type of... Nah, it can't be a magnet. Yeah, it's an anti-magnetic inverter. Alright. I kind of remembered it. I just couldn't remember it was anti-magnetic. Who was the scientist who perfected the artificial mutation serum that gave the Scorpion his powers? Who was the scientist who perfected the artificial mutation serum that gave the Scorpion his powers? And I know I read that issue too, and that's kind of drawn a blank. Farley Stillwell. Okay. Mr. Stillwell. Speaking of the Scorpion, what was the Scorpion's real name? What was the Scorpion's real name? Are you falling asleep back there, Kiki? Yeah? You are? Well, we're almost done for the day, sweetheart. That would be Mac Garrigan. Why do I say Garrigan? I don't know. Mac Gargan. Gargan? Yeah. I always want to say Garrigan. I don't know why. Maybe it's the Irish in me. Name the first supervillain to soundly defeat Spider-Man. Name the first villain to soundly defeat Spider-Man. Boy, soundly defeat him. He always took losses, but then he'd come back to beat them. Doc Ock. Okay. Didn't know what they were trying to get there. Which of Spider-Man's foes has a skull made out of unbendable steel alloy? Which of Spider-Man's foes has a skull made out of unbendable steel alloy? I am up a creek on this one. Of course. Hammerhead. I'm thinking of other ones. I'm thinking of Rhino, but I know it's not Rhino. Not the Prowler. I forgot all about Hammerhead. Name the lineman who began a career of crime as Electro after gaining powers when struck by lightning. Name the lineman who began a career of crime as Electro after gaining powers when struck by lightning. I cannot think of his name. Max Dillon. Oh, I thought his first name was Max. Last question of Spidey's Archenemies 1. What criminal identity did the Kingpin's son assume? What criminal identity did the Kingpin's son assume? I think he took on the Rose. Nope, the Schemer. Where am I getting the Rose from? I could have sworn it was the Rose. Okay, first few questions of Spidey's Archenemies. 2. What was the Trapster's first identity? What was the Trapster's first identity? Yeah, I was right. He was first known as Paste Pot Pete. What female foe of Spider-Man has the super strength given to her by Dr. Doom? What female foe of Spider-Man has super strength given to her by Dr. Doom? Titania. I thought she was a She-Hulk supervillain. Who sets the Brothers Grimm free from jail so they can destroy Spider-Man? Who set the Brothers Grimm free from jail so they can destroy Spider-Man? That would be the Wizard. The Wizard is mostly a Fantastic Four villain. Which enemy of Spider-Man's can grow to over 60 feet tall? Which enemy of Spider-Man's can grow to over 60 feet tall? And it's going to be Stilt. Stilt, man, I'm going to be mad because this is Daredevil. No, Goliath. Okay. Last question. This Spider-Man pole is an artificial creature that has wings and breathes fire. Name him. This Spider-Man pole is an artificial creature that has wings and breathes fire. Name him. Again, he's a Fantastic Four pole, but I think he was part of the Fantastic Four Foundation. Dragon Man. So, that wasn't really anything. We are all done, Kiki. You want to say goodbye to everyone? Yeah. Tell them we'll see them another time. Another edition of Superhero Trivia. All right.